What's up, Nebula? I did face the other day. It was like a month ago. Today we do parent tutorial, but I don't know if we want to start now since there's nobody watching yet. What's up, Tibeauthetraveler?
Additional supply depots required.
So the plan today is to play some 3-Raxes, but I'm going to talk about them and cover some of the different 3-Raxes you can do. So right now I'm doing 5-Rax. And I'm going to go over this build later on, like I said. Later on I'll go over this build. And then run it a few times so I have some games that people can watch to try to learn. Oh, I do? Thanks. I will check it out. Bio is really bad against cannon, so I just don't really want to do anything there. Yep, sure. Yep, happens to me all the freaking time. Of course he can win. And how will we ever get in space with these goons blocking out? Oh, the goons are creeping up. Oh no! The dropper got dropped! There's drops everywhere! Not for me though. I'm not playing that kind of sophisticated game. Okay, let's see what's going on with this echo. Second PC? What do you mean? I don't think I have the stream on. No, I don't. And there's no second PC, so no. It's something in the audio settings. Let's see our input. Our input's good. Let's try reconnecting the headset. Alright, we're reconnected. Hopefully that's better. No, stream's definitely not on. Because I mean, I would hear it, right? Let's see. Is it you? Is it you just trolling? Can we get someone else to weigh in? Is the only cross who hears an echo? Where is he? Okay. Oh, because you're in the chat with Budsy. Nice. Okay. Alright, no problem. Let's go one more, and then I think I will run through... Actually, I'll run through the build order while we play, I guess. What I want to do is get some bite-sized content that I can turn into videos that can be used for tutorial videos, so I'll just talk as though I'm doing a tutorial. So in the game we're going to be playing 5rex. We're going to be playing kind of noobish, and like we're not going to respond too much. We're going to try to just follow a build order just to show, like, one, to see what it's like, see what some of the pitfalls are by not responding to scouting, and two, to see, like, you know, probably it's just going to work. Especially because I'm playing with Dizzy and Cross are really good. And so the goal of this build is just to make a lot of units and to basically walk across the map. Select race, please. And what we're going to be really weak against is we're going to be super weak against any kind of tech splash damage, like Reaver, Storm, Tank, Lurker, Guardian. And then what we're going to be really good at is any like straight heads-up fights. I know I might have to ban this guy. What's that big one? I'm going to do like a 5rex tutorial here. I wrote down a couple of notes and some benchmarks. Ole, ole. What up, what up? Okay, perfect. Lots of Protoss. That seems good. Close this up. Okay, 5rex tutorial. Let's go. Alright, so I'm trying to make this build extra safe, so it's super noob friendly. So we're not going to do any, like in this spot usually I'd go depot first, because it's more economical, but we're actually going to just even go Rex first, do everything super duper safe. Yep, so we're gonna do an 8 racks. Why lol? This is so trolling. Oh, okay, good. Obviously, Depot's next. And then the first thing to kind of remember, so this is going to be standard 3 racks opener that's going to turn into 5 racks. When you build your next racks, that SEV can actually go back to mining, so you're going to shift click it to the minerals as you build the racks. I always forget to do it, but it's a good habit to get into, so as you're practicing the build, practice that skill too. And then when your depot finishes, again, we want to do a super safe build, so we're going to check for cannons. We know there's 2 Protoss in this game, so it's a good idea. And we also don't have any Protoss on our team, so there's no one to scout for us. So we'll scout our base, and then we'll go scout the enemy. Again, now we're going to throw down our 3rd racks using the SCV who finished the first one. And then we're going to make our depot on 14 with the SCV who pops out. And then set your rally to the gas, because you're going to get your gas after that. Usually I'd recheck my base with the Marine, but we just checked, so we're good. Alright, weird proxy stuff. So we might want to make a bunker. Probably not. Probably we're too balling. And then I want you to hotkey using your camera hotkey to your choke and set all your barracks to your choke. And then there's 2 ways you can macro. Either hotkey all your barracks, which is preferred, but not necessary. The other way you can do is you can set a camera hotkey F3, so shift F3 on your barracks, and that's also fine. Okay, so they're going to make a lot of units. That's perfect, because we're also going to make a lot of units with this build. After your barracks are all done, your 3 racks, you're going to make an academy with the guy who built the 3rd racks. So now in terms of benchmarks, around 4 minutes is when we're going to want to add those extra 2 barracks to go up to 5. And go fight with our team. And I've literally dummied down this build in that we're going to go all barracks, and then we're going to go all factories, then we're going to go all starports. It's like the most caveman dumbed down build you can do. And my academy is about to finish, so I'm probably going to hold off on these Marines and just wait for medics. Build the 3 medics right away. And stim. And then right when you finish your academy, you build a 2nd depot using that SED. Just the supply will work out really well if you do that. This is risky. We're really bad against cannons, so I'll probably just back off. 4 minutes, build your eBay, add your first racks, and then the next SED pops out, it's going to add another racks. Actually, we're not going to wait. We're going to add it right now. So 4 minutes, remember, it's when we're adding 2 racks. So that's your first timing to know if you're on time with the build or if you're lagging behind. Okay, I'm going to throw down a CC. So we're going to have 1 CC now, and then we're going to have 1 CC at 5:30. And we're going to throw down our turrets so we don't die to DTs or whatever. So 1 in the main, 1 in the choke. Get Marine range. That should have been at 4:30. I think I should have added a 3rd guy to gas. That's why it's a bit late. Keep pumping with the barracks. Get +1. And then I'm going to add those barracks to more hotkeys. Again, you can just use F3 if you prefer. Now what's challenging about the macro of this build is Marines make every 15 seconds. So that's why it's a little harder than if you're playing Protoss and you just have to build things every like 19 seconds. So that's like 3 cycles every minute, but we got to do 4 cycles every minute. And it's 5:30, so we're going to make that extra CC. And as soon as you make your extra CC, build your second gas. And keep making Marines.
Additional supply depots required.
Now with this build, we're going to put
Additional
1
supply
turret
depots
on
required.
each edge. We're going to actually end up putting 2, so put 1 now, and we'll put 1 more after that. And that's all we're going to put for turrets till later on. Because we have a lot of units, so if we get dropped, we could just use our units. It doesn't look like these guys are going drops anyway. So I modeled this build after a build I saw Brain do. So I can link that somewhere. But he was doing a tutorial, and I saw him do this where he does all the barracks, then all the factories, then all of the starports, and I thought, oh, that's a really nice beginner's build. Because it's so straightforward. There's a lot of macro going on. So, okay, so then the next time you want to hit is you want to bring 4 SCVs, like right now, because at 7 minutes is when you're going to throw down 4 factories. So that's your next timing. So 4 minutes was when you wanted 5 racks, and now your next timing is at 7 minutes, you want 4 factories to go down. And now, because nothing's happening, you can cut Marine production because those tanks are going to be expensive when the factories finish up. And the other thing we should do is we should start building the wall. So just start doing depots. Yeah, putting those there to cover the drop. Scan some stuff. There's no drop. So then when your factory's finished, the other nice thing I did to make this build really simple is you're going to take those same 4 SCVs, or if you want, you can take different ones, but you're going to build 4 armories. And make sure you add your machine shops. And build 1 starport just to keep your tech moving. I don't know if I mentioned, but you're supposed to add 2 gas when you build those factories as well. And then around 8:30, you want to add another 2 gas. Well, one of my armories didn't make. Yeah, so I have a lot of money. That's because when these finish up, I'm going to pump out a bunch of tanks, and I'm going to get 4 upgrades all at once. And then once you do all that, you can throw down 2 more factories. And our goal is to reach 8 factories. Once you have 8, it's a pretty healthy count. We'll get our side facility too with the SCV to finish our starport. This is kind of a good game to show the build because there's not a lot going on. Or maybe it's a bad, yeah. Well, it's a bad game too because nothing's going on, but since we're showing it for the first time, it's good. Now we can lift off all our Raxes. That would be a judgment call, right? If we're getting attacked and losing a lot of units, probably keep those. Make sure you keep pumping out of your factories, and if you have more money, you can research Cloak. We could start Valks or something, but I think let's just focus on ground, because this is basically like we want to be super strong in ground and run people over. I don't know what's going on there. Throw down another CC, and once these 2 facts finish up, we add 2 more, so we'll reach 8. What do you mean your gas not saturated? Did you add 2 when you build your factories and then add another 2 at 8:30, and now you should add another 2? You shouldn't be at 10 yet though. Around 12 minutes is when you want to be at 10. Okay, so now we have our 8 factories. My upgrades, some of them are late, but the ones that are on time, your next upgrade will be 11 minutes, so that's another benchmark. Is you get +2 at 11, and then around 15 is when you're going to start +3. Okay, so now we're going to keep making tanks non-stop, and then we're going to start adding starports, 2 or 3 at a time. Now you want to put your camera hotkey here to make sure you keep building tanks. So see, we're not dynamic. All we can do is like a move. We're going to go help our ally because we have a lot of units. Everybody's super beefy. Make sure you keep pumping tanks before you do anything else. So now add starports, and you want to get up to about 8 starports. And remember, we want to have all our gases at 12 minutes, so probably around now or 11:30, you can add those gases. Whenever you add gases, that kind of helps to just send the SCVs to the gases first. Don't immediately tell them to build the gas. Send them there and then go check later. See, now build the gas. Because oftentimes if you just tell them to build straight from minerals, they will just bug out and not do anything. So send them first, go do something else like move your army, and then when you go back to base, they're already there, then tell them to build it. Okay, let's make sure we get all our starports. Let's make sure we keep pumping in these factories. That will help us spend our money. It's past 11 minutes, our upgrades are late, it's okay. And let's finish off all these starports. Alright. Now let's just push into somebody. They're super strong. That's the whole point of the build, is you have a lot of units. What we're not is dynamic, right? We don't have air until the very end. Yeah, we are like, this is like the Protoss of Terran. Like we just have mass, tons and tons of mass. But we have like no brains. This is like no brain Terran. There's no drops, there's no air strategies going on, just making tons of units. Alright, from here you're rich, so now you can just add like maybe 4 more facts, or I don't know, pump out all your starports. You'll spend your money because all your stuff is like tech now, so it's super expensive. Get those vessel upgrades, get nukes if that's what you like. So this is the build, but well, you shouldn't have had too much money. The question would be, when did you have so much money? Like, I have a lot of money now, but... Okay, well then you didn't follow it right. Or like maybe you weren't pumping out of your Raxus. Could have just added more turrets. Like if you have money, then just add CC turret, bunker, wall. We didn't do any walling this game because we didn't need to. This is actually hilarious. We're just pure tanks running through the mutas. So gross. We should have also researched Wyeth range because we got starport super late. Just has so many different tanks. It's insane. It's 15 minutes, so our upgrade should be done about now. So it seems like the timing for upgrades should be before 15 minutes, because my +2 was late. The other thing was, like, we had tons of mass this game. We could have probably just killed someone a lot sooner. But, you know, we were build crafting. So the point of this build is basically, like, to not get yelled at for not having units. You should have units all the time with this build. What you should be really bad against is, like I said, tech. Getting blocked in. You're not good against cannons at all for a long time. You're also super predictable. You're not very dynamic at all. But you always have units, so you're always pretty safe. Scouts.
Your forces are under attack. Your forces are under attack. Your forces are under attack.
So this guy has no upgrades at all. Gonna be 3-3 soon.
Research complete.
What's up, Filipino wannabe gamer? How's it going? Our superior upgrades are wrecking face. So the other thing to watch out for in this build that we didn't encounter this game is, like, later on you want to get rid of your bio to trade up the supply for mech stuff, which we did, because you can end up with, like, I don't know, 50, 100 supply of bio, and then your army will kind of suck. And then also we're able to spend all our money and max out, but if we ended up getting a lot, like Cross was saying, then what you also would want to do is, like, we're not leaving any. The one not safe thing we did is we didn't put any defense in our main for, like, drops and stuff, because we scouted, we knew there was none. But what we would do is leave some tanks there, and then that's also good because later in the game you can blow up your own SCVs, clear that supply once you hit 10, 15k. Alright, so that was a good straightforward game. Hopefully we get something a bit more competitive so we can see sort of the situations we'll end up in. And yeah, we'll start talking a bit about what to do with our army, and we'll also reiterate the build as we go through. So some of the timings we talked about: 4 minutes you want to have 5 racks, 7 minutes you want to throw down 4 factories and add on 2 more gas. And then after that, we didn't set a timing, but as soon as those 4 factories are done, we're building 4 armories and starting those upgrades right away. And then our target is we want to reach 8 factories. We want to then go up to 8 starports. And that makes it so that we can easily switch into drops. Okay, looks like we have a real game and we're going to be doing this crappy build. So let's see if it holds up. I played it against, I was in a crappy spot and I was playing against at least one player who was good, the others were kind of meh. But the build held up, so it should be okay. The main thing is, like, if we lose a lot of units, it could be rough. Well, going Terran, this is basically in-house, but we're not doing in-house build, or I'm not doing in-house build. I can't talk for my allies. Yeah, that's right, bear down. Okay, I'm glad I got this spot, because I also wanted to sort of, I usually hate this spot, and I actually found a nice sort of hack you can do to make your base really easy here. Like, keep your base really clean and really simple. Oh, it's very laggy. So for anyone who just tuned in, I'm doing like a build tutorial today. I'm starting with 5 racks. I'm playing good players, so it might not go so well this game. That's fine. We want to see what happens, you know, in bad situations too. So it starts off like a basic 3 racks build, where we do 8 racks. I might build most of my depots on the bottom because I have an ally there. No, I was trying to work on some Terran tutorials for a while, big one, and 3 racks is kind of the place to start, I think, because I wanted to, you know, good players don't need the tutorials as much, so I wanted to go down to like what's the most basic thing to help, you know, newer players who struggle with Terran. And so I was asking Cross for advice, and I was watching videos and all this, and yeah, that's when it, you know, he showed me like Brain's video, and I think that's what solidified it. I was like, yeah, 5 racks is really the place to start because you need units. If you get harassed like this, just pull 1 worker. It's fine. Oh, he's actually trapped now. Rip. Oh, made it out. Yeah, so 5 racks has its pitfalls, which, you know, I've tried to make abundantly clear here a few times. We're going to be really weak against tech, especially like if you have another Terran near you who's going for tanks. You know, then obviously this wouldn't be the build to go for. So later on in the night, I'm going to cover another version of 3 racks, but I think this is the best sort of newbie build. If we were playing pubs games, this would sort of be maybe the best thing to go for. Like, if you're someone who doesn't really mass very well and you're still trying to learn how to mass, that's the main thing, is you should always have a lot of units with this build. So we want to always keep our Raxus pumping. You can do that by, oops, we need to micro. That's going to be so hard to micro with this lag. You can do that by either hotkeying the barracks or by using a camera hotkey. Okay, thanks for the follow, Swordbreaker. Now we should get it on the map with our ally. Help him out. We're going to get blocked, so that's actually something we're weak against, so we're going to try to fight this pretty hard. fraggy. Gives Zealots more advantage. Got this. I throw a bunker down. I'm gonna add some fire bats. So remember, 4 minutes is when we want to add our barracks. We also want to get our engineering bay at that time. So let's add those barracks. We're a little late at 4:15. It's okay. This is weird. I'm not sure who's surrounded who. I'm gonna fire bats for fight. Okay, turrets as soon as your eng bay is done. Well, I'm not going to get supply blocked. I lost so many units, so can't help you with that this game, big one. So we're not going to hit those CC timings because we had to. Oh, yeah, I'm going. Now we're going to throw a CC. This type of game probably wouldn't get the third CC for a while. You know what? We'll get it. We'll just keep following our build. So we're going to use these guys to cover our moon. Remember, we throw down our second gas. Okay, 7 minutes coming up, so that's, remember, when we throw down our 4 factories. That was one of our timings. And it also means we want to start slowing down on our marine production if we can, which looks like we can. This game, because there's a lot of mass, we're going to be more careful and start walling up. Remember, when you add those 2 factories, you want to also add 2 gas. And then you're going to take those SCVs and throw down 4 armories. So probably what we should have changed this game, we could have kept the same build, but one thing we should have changed for sure is when we built our 4 factories, it would actually no, never mind. I was gonna say we should build like 2 factories, 2 starports, but obviously we can't do that. So yeah, we changed nothing. Right, so he's trying to highlight to me that drops are gonna come. So we'll just make a wall. And we can start lifting some of these Raxes. So we switch out to tanks. It's really hard to micro with all this lag. Okay, we're gonna go add 2 more gas. Start hotkeying on SUVs. As long as I don't lose workers, we don't care too much. Oh yeah, I wasn't watching. Allies, too busy talking about the build. Could be helping. Okay, so I'm gonna bust out and go help.
Research complete.
So we'll keep these Raxes landed. So produce one mass. I'm just gonna send everything. So that's going to tank the cliff. I'll do that. Now that happened. So I don't think there's an issue with the build. I think there's more an issue with, you know, I'm not watching the minimap much this game. And not losing too many units. It's also really laggy, so it's not very beneficial. I'll just Okay, so we'll get to complete the build, which is we get to blame lag. That's the final part of the build. If you lose, you blame lag. Just don't really have enough production for your landed stuff. I think it's GG. I'll just GG up. Okay, so I think the build is fine. More or less, I don't think we played it super well. I think we also had the worst races. We weren't supposed to win. It's not a huge deal. But if they come again, I'll probably switch to the other 3 racks or something like that. Like, we definitely could also help, right, if we just kept the wall and didn't go try to help Dizzy. We should have helped Dizzy earlier. It's also pretty problematic, like, the lag is really, really bad. Strange. But you see, we had so many units, we're able to get map control at certain points where we really shouldn't have it. But then you also see how weak we were to tanks. Like, once a bunch of tanks came out, we were pretty much boned. So that's kind of how that goes. And then, yeah, that's the other problem is, like, your best thing is if you combine with Zealots, the build is a lot stronger because you can go bust chokes. But if everybody is just Marines, you're going to have a hard time busting any chokes. All right, so we had a really easy game, we had a really hard game. I think we're going to have a game somewhere in the middle.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
Like, I don't think this is a perfect build or like the most optimized, so I mean, if anybody comes up with better optimizations, you know, just let me know. But what I like about it is, like I said, I try to make a very noob-friendly build. I'll just give you a lot of units and let you A-move. It's going to build a lot of basic skills, making depots, making units. If you have a lot of money, you're not making units consistently. So you'll have to figure out a way to do that. Make sure you keep building units. Like I said, you're going to either use Shift F3 or you're going to hotkey your barracks, which was my preferred method, at least in the early game. And you have some timings to follow as well. And they're like very simple timings. Like, we don't think too hard about like, oh, when are we going drops? You know, when are we building our factories? We have smooth transitions that we are aware of. You can kind of big one. The problem is, what I'm going to show you is what we would rather do is when we scout, is we would go we would go 3 racks. Because we can add a port when our 4 facts finish anyway. The problem is, the limiting factor is you can't build a starport until you have a factory, right? So that's what makes the build bad. Is like if you don't have any air options for a long time because you build your air so late. Or you build your factory so late, sorry. So if you want it, if really you're afraid of that kind of thing, then that's the change you'd want to make. And I'll show that later on in the night. I'm going to show you another build based on 3 racks that we can do. And that would be a lot better in those kind of situations. But this build is also very nice. Like, you know, one of the things I sort of intended for it is, let's say you're playing pubs by yourself and your team doesn't help you. Well, now you have like attack options, you have a lot of units, and you have defense options because you have a lot of units. Like, the units are just good. They solve a lot of problems. They're not, you have to be more selective when you play against better players, but if you're just pubbing, this build should be really nice. And the thing about Terran builds too, which is why I say 8 factories, is like when I watch Green, is basically no matter what build you do, I consider late game to be about 12 minutes per turn is when you can max out. So you want to make sure at 12 minutes you are going to have like 8 factories and be maxing out no matter which build you do. Like 8 factory, 8 starport. Basically every turn build I feel like ends in the same place. They're going to build a bunker because again I wanted to make this build like really safe, so I want to show like doing some things like, okay, we're scared, there's two Protoss building units, so we just add a bunker. So there's some build deviation here. Well, we're gonna have to really deviate now. There's all sorts of cannons in our base. We're probably not gonna die, but we are gonna have to deviate. Can't 5 racks anymore. Make sure you focus fire as much as possible. It's really laggy, but you can still focus fire. And we're going to get range first. Cannons will still outrange us in the bunker, but just by 1 square, so if they're not built in the right location, they won't outrange us. And obviously we're going to get a factory, so they won't die. We're going to lose our armory. It's not a big deal. Sorry, academy. It's not a big deal, because we got range out. It's amazing how we keep getting these. Yeah, see, look, I have range, and see how the cannon still outranges my bunker. My team has tons of units, so they might get a punish here. Like, the other thing about range is even though it doesn't stop the cannons, it buys you like the maximum time possible, right? Because they have to really inch it forward. They can't take any shortcuts there. Now look, it's TR8, extra high. I mean, it's one of the grossest games you can ever play. I feel like we've been having laggy games all night. That was also stupid. He shouldn't have thrown Spread the World. So cannons, the thing is just to not panic and then to try to like execute the rest of the game plan. We're gonna probably just skip to 4 factory. Seven minutes, so I'm gonna just skip. I'm not gonna do the 5 racks. I'm just gonna skip straight up and get those factories. Because they're all going cannons, like this is a game where I would say you would want to go starports. But for the sake of the tutorial, we'll just follow it as much as we can. You know, we don't have, obviously we don't have the extra CC, we don't have the 5 fact, and that's okay. I kind of was hoping we'd have some games where we get thrown off so that we can understand that, like, even when your build gets thrown off, try to remember the fundamentals, like where do we want to end up? We want to end up at 8 factories, 8 starports, probably a lot more factories later, but we want to keep like the goals really simple here. Like when I watch Brain, he often stays on 8 facts, 8 starport for a long time, so I don't need to stress too much. Okay, we're going to add 2 more factories this game, and we'll start making our starports. Now we can start adding, oops.
Your forces are under attack.
Make sure my teams don't kill all my CDs.
Your forces are under attack. Add-on complete. Add-on complete. Add-on complete. Add-on complete. Your forces are under attack.
Let's make sure we reduce a lot of things. See how much this wall is going to help me against Protoss who don't have brains. Alright, so let's get back on track. We don't have armories, so let's make sure we get some of those. We almost have all our factories. Make sure they're pumping. It's more important that the ones we have are pumping than that we get to 8 factories, right? Alright, let's start heading towards our 12 gas. just select that immediately. So the other thing like about this build is you don't get to like showcase it in its optimal thing because we're all playing Terran. But again, if you have Protossers or Zergs who are running around the map, you know, with ground armies attacking people, then it will shine a bit more. Right now we're doing a lot of sitting. Yeah, he's actually moving out, and yeah, these guys are bad enough. Like, I think against regular Protossers, I would say transition to drops, but these guys are bad enough that you can recognize that we can just go push somebody. So, I think he's got that guy on his own. I'm gonna go push the bottom guy.
Research complete.
Also have like these bonus tanks behind us, right?
Your forces are under attack. Battling complete. Your forces are under attack.
So his allies gonna come try to help him. Free wall in case.
Upgrade complete.
Keep massing. Oh, what's that? He's there. He's going. Alright, good. Go attack someone.
Your forces are under attack.
Yeah, this is like not even a good attack timing because we don't even have +2, which is like Terran's bread and butter. It's like attacking with +2 finishes. But I mean, you can also just look at the game and be like, yeah, I can probably just kill this guy instead of letting him go carriers or whatever he wants to do. Yeah, see, so look how much stuff our allies got. Nice. Big drop. Let's see this. What is that? Drop. What was that? Oh my goodness. So that's why if you watch Cross's tutorial, he'll drop on the main. Did you see how nothing came out there? Such a waste. So silly.
Your forces are under attack.
Nicely stasis himself. Alright, I think we'll run one more game of 5 racks and then I'm going to switch it over and show 3 racks where we tech up fast to drops. And the idea of that build is sort of the opposite of the 5 racks. It's like we want a technical army, so it will be like the build we'll want to use if we get blocked in or having problems like that. It'd be the build we would switch to. And that game, for all the things that were like really bad about it, like we got cannoned, we didn't need to get cannoned, so our whole build got really behind. The game was super laggy, you know, I could complain about that, this or that. The great thing about that game was we got to see our build get thrown off, and then we got to see how we still end up at the same end game. So you want to always keep that in mind, no matter where your build ends up. Like, don't get thrown off your game. Just think about, like, where do I need to be? Okay, I need to get to 8 factories, 8 starports, and then, you know, if you still have money, add more starports. But I mean, if you hit that goal, people should be pretty happy with you. Like, Cross shouldn't be yelling at you on stream, right? There shouldn't be an 8 fact me. You should be able to contribute quite a bit to your team. Alright, so we got some other races this game. So having the Protoss might be more interesting. Alright, and I got this spot again, and hopefully I can show you the build. I wanted to show you guys in this spot with 5 racks. So the way I sort of separated it to keep it clean, because I usually have trouble keeping it clean in this spot, is we're going to build our barracks in a line, and then we're going to build all the factories above that in a line, and we're going to build all the starports below that in a line, kind of thing. So let's see how this unfolds here. Assuming the game goes that long. Hey, thanks for the follow there, down. Alright, so another thing is we have Protoss, so we don't need to scout. So we get to be extra rich this game. Okay, nice. We're very proud of our ally. Good callouts, good callouts. Doesn't sound like Budsy, but maybe. Yeah, that sounds like Budsy. Okay, so we see that. We would immediately think cannons, except for the pylon here. It would be like the best fake out ever if he was cannoning us, but he's probably just going to wall himself. Which means our build is maybe not going to shine again. But maybe it will, because we have zealots. See, we didn't take that SCV from our second racks, and we didn't rally him back to the minerals. Should remember to do that. So lazy. Yeah, these guys are bad, so we'll just kind of work on the build. Make sure you keep building depots all the time. Although, if you have like money to build depots or build marines, build your marines first and build your depots. And then with academy, it's almost the opposite. It's like if you have money to build your academy or marines, it's sort of like, oops, let's hold on my cities. It's like build your academy probably. But that's not really a strict thing. What's this seller doing? No, not our sword, leave him alone. Wait 4 minutes, so what do we do? We add 2 barracks and our engineering bay. Research is going to be fine. And then we can add our CC. Oops, should have got our barracks first. It's okay. Remember, around 5:30 is when we want to get our other CC. We're going to go back too. And then when your eBay finishes, you get turrets. Probably, like, you should only build them if you need to, and then you should be scouting. Like, I don't think I need them this game, but we're going to build them. 5:30, so I make another CC. Just like I said. And then make sure our barracks speed. He's got him dead, so he can stay here. Remember, 7 minutes, we're going to throw down 4 factories. So we're going to build them in a line right above our barracks. And then we can add 2 gas. And keep moving with that army. We have a lot of army, so the more active we are with it, the better, right? It's something we haven't really got to showcase much these games because I've been focusing on the build, is making sure we have good army movement. I'd say we've had pretty bad army movement. Yeah, exactly, big one. Those are kind of things I wanted to showcase too. It's like, it's okay to just, you know, like send the SCVs a little bit ahead of time, or like I said, with building the gas, you know, like do like this. We're gonna build 2 gas. We're gonna send them like here and go do some stuff. And then we come back and get the SCVs to gas like that. Start the starport. As we finish that, we can lift our barracks in this game. We're not going to need them. Okay, well, we won the game. So unfortunately, I don't get to finish showing you the layout, but we would have just built the second row of factories next to that first row to the right, and then we would have built all our starports sort of next to, like, around in a group on the bottom where I was building that first one. Yeah, Terran is a lot of planning and Legos, and then once you get it down, things are a lot easier. Okay, so we're going to switch builds now. We're going to do 3 racks, and we're going to go for fast drops. And the thing I don't like about this build is the fast drops are pretty slow. So take that with a grain of salt when I say fast drops, but it's we're aiming for, I think, about 8 minutes we can start doing things. But the thing is, it's not like we're going to have 0 early game. We're playing 3 racks, so depending on the matchup, we could do things on the map. But if you just don't have the right racial composition and you get trapped in your base, this is like the most you can do while being on your own. So this would be like a great build, let's say Terran Zerg Zerg, or Terran versus like a heavy Protoss comp, like this comp we have right here. And let's say we have the 3 corners, so I can't really send army across the map. Then this would be a pretty nice build. See, with this race comp, I feel like I should do 5 racks. Maybe we should do 1 more 5 racks. Yeah, we're gonna play 5 racks at a time. Just because the races and the spots and everything just sort of lines up better. I think this would be a good time when you'd want to play 5 racks to help your Zerg who doesn't have a lot of units. 1 racks factory instead of 2 racks. 1 racks factory instead of 2 racks. I'm not sure what you mean. Yeah, after 3 racks you build academy, yeah. So some things to highlight in the early game is like some things we can do right now that there's not a lot of things to do. It's like hotkey or choke, rally, everything there. Another thing is I like to put only 2 on gas at first, because you're actually more mineral starved. This is interesting. Great Opal, that's for sure. I don't have the 3rd to gas. Okay, I want to be careful because now we're sort of alone on the map versus 2 guys. Oh, we're not. Okay, now we can go. Remember, we're hitting our 4-minute mark. So I'm going to add in all of our things. There's a lot of probes out. What the heck?
Your forces are under attack. Research complete.
Right, that's another timing I forgot about. 4:30 is like when you should be adding your range. Can't run from me. There we go. Yep, we're gonna go there. Almost built a CC, but remember our build is we're gonna wait until 5:30. And the reason I would have had money is because I would have stopped producing, which is like, why go for 5 racks and then not produce? Doesn't make sense. So try to be aware of those kinds of things. Sometimes you're like, oh wow, I'm playing really well. I can already build a CC, and it's actually because you're playing really bad. So here you see like we're only 2 on the map and we're bullying everybody. We killed somebody. So this is kind of more of a showcase of how strong we are. I know it's also like, you know, there's always gonna be someone in the chat, no, it's a showcase of how bad the people you're playing are. Like, yeah, alright. Alright, so that we can, even though we're not at the 4-fact timing yet, we can set up. No, look, it's still just 2 of us, and now we're holding some mass. I mean, okay, so we won. So we were able to like hold enough mass, and our Zerg didn't even have to do anything, just because we were producing so many units. Yes, we like outplayed the opponents, and you know, this and that, but yeah, let me read your message now. The reason I'm saying the fact instead of barracks is that you want starport early. So you're talking about there's a 1 racks 2 facts build, yeah, for vultures mech. Yep. Right, instead of 2 racks added instead of fact, and only 1 racks. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm talking about mech build, which I understand, but the rest I don't understand. So I'm going to talk about mech builds and do like a mech build tutorial another day. Today I'm trying to just focus on 3 fact, because mech is like, it's a lot more advanced. I'm trying to keep things as simple as possible. So I'm trying to give like basic timings, trying to like, you know, pre-set up things with SEVs already in place, you know. We know what our timings are at 4 minutes. You know, we're going to build our 2 extra racks and our eBay. 7 minutes, we're going to add our 4 factories. Playing it, it feels like maybe we're just not making enough Marines, but it feels like maybe we should be building those factories early. Oh, I see. Yeah, I haven't play tested 4 racks that much. But I am going to switch now to 3 racks factories, so you will see that now. So the important thing about 3 racks factory, we're going to go 3 racks factory starport, And the important thing about this build is you don't want to build your CC before your factory. I talked about this with Cross and I was trying to figure out why, and it's because you basically delay all your tech so much by doing that. And the whole point of this is we want to be able to get drops fast, and like you can't get a starport till you get a factory, so you need to get your factory like earlier. So with this build, that's the first thing, is remember that the limiting factor is when you get your factory. That's gonna, that's what dictates all your tech, and that's why our other build is really slow in terms of tech, because we build factories late, but we kind of explode into factories with the other build. And then the other thing to keep in mind with this build is we're not going to get 3 CCs as fast as you might normally. We're going to stay on 2 CCs, and that's again because we want to be able to have aggressive options that we wouldn't be able to have if we went for fast 3 CC. So everything else is the same. The rack stuff is going to be the same. We're going to do 8 racks, and then add our racks is the exact same way as we did in the other games. Okay, there's nothing going on, so let's hotkey our choke and rally everything there. It is annoying, like if you're total noob, maybe don't do that, because then when they attack you and you need to change those rally points, you find all your units walking to their death. But it is a good practice. A lot of the time that doesn't happen. So this guy's super greedy, we're going to probably attack him with our pro costs. Punish him. So let's just get our units moving. We don't want to chase that, it's fine. Alright, and we'll build our Protoss because we can go and punish this Terran. He should have built a bunker, yeah, he did. So we're going to sit on his barracks. I think he's trying to pull us to the bunker. Now we are going to go, and we're going to target SCVs while the Zealots do damage. Stop the repair from happening. I mean, even if he gets repair, like, we're killing SCVs, right? So it's ideal. Make sure we keep doing stuff back home. Still need Eng Bay at 4 minutes. Okay, so at 4 minutes now, instead of 2 racks, so this is sort of the other reason I like this with the other build I just showed you, is there's like an inflection point. So at 4 minutes you can decide, do I want to go 5 racks or do I want to go for this build? And so instead of now throwing down the 2 extra barracks, we throw down the eBay still, but we add the factory instead. And then at 4 minutes you can add on a CC. Just have that money floating around. Okay. But so now, you know, that's a big difference. We have factory at 4 minutes. That's huge. It's way early. And when we throw down our CC, the last time we threw down our second gas, when we threw down our second CC, now we should be throwing it down when we put our first CC. And then as soon as the factory is done, you want machine shop and you want starport. So remember, everything is limited by when you get your tech. Because the idea is to get drops, and so the sooner we get our starport, the sooner we can make a control tower, the sooner we can make those drops start happening. And never stop pumping out of these barracks. The other thing with these extra minerals is we can actually build a bunch of turrets around our base. We could also have built bunkers at the choke. With this build, it's going to be more important that we actually wall. I'm not walling just because of the game itself. We don't need to. But if they were like Protoss being aggressive, we would have walled up already. Okay, as soon as Starport finishes, again, control shop, that's a limiting factor. And we want to add a third gas. We can also add one armory. I'm not going to do the 4, but we can add one. And now I don't have a lot of units at home, so I will start adding bunkers and walling up. And start dropships right away. Got a second factory, and I think we want a second starport as well. Alright, so I'm going to start walling here. Actually, fill this gas. So it's like 2 fact, 2 starport. And remember, our goal is around 8 minutes. We want to be able to do things. Now this game, we could have, I could have just went like 5x or mass or whatever, but again, I'm just trying to show a different build. So I should be lifting this because we have a Terran below, so we don't need that fusion. Okay, so we have 1 dropship, and now we have 2 dropships. So I don't know if we could have sped this up maybe, but I think it would have been nice if we could have had 4 dropships. Look at the less. Okay, we have dropships. It's 8 minutes. We can drop and try to do stuff. Whoops. It's the macro here. Should add factories. Yes, just walking on Mars. But we're also just walking in his face. It's kind of interesting. Turn of events here. Okay, well, we won. So that's the other build you can do. So at 5 minutes, you can sort of decide. Now you have 2 builds. You can decide at 5 minutes, do I want to throw down, or sorry, 4 minutes, do I want to throw down a factory, or do I want to throw down 2 more barracks? And basically, the question you need to ask yourself is like, do I think I can do things on the map? Then maybe I should add 2 more barracks. But if you're blocked in with cannons, and you can't do anything on the map, then there's no reason to add 2 more barracks. You should just probably get that factory. And the dropship is important. Now this build, I feel like I have a little bit less fleshed out. It's also because I was working on that one 3 or 4 days ago, and I was doing the 5 racks the past, yesterday, the past couple of days. I've been doing that one. So I don't don't have it as fleshed out, but the important thing is that 4-minute inflection time, and then basically it's a lot easier because the timings are just like as soon as possible. So at 4 minutes factory, as soon as it's done, machine shop, as soon as that's done, start, as soon as the factory's done, also starport. The Halo build is where you just EMP everything, and then you ask your allies to kill the enemy while they have no shield. Oh my god, no hammer. Please no hammer. Spanker build is tanks, right? Or is it nukes? What up, Jehudi? I was working. Oh my god, why do we have so much TR8 low? Or low is okay, but TR8, insane. Alright, so we're gonna run the build again. Good, Jehudi. Good for you, bud. Alright, we're gonna scout. Remember to hotkey your barracks or just hotkey the screen. It's up to you. Hotkey something though. Oh, early lane. No, wait. Yeah, early lane. Okay, still pull back. Make sure you fight near your SUVs. Got him? Got him. So now you should probably type easy. But I don't have the balls, so I'm not gonna do it. Are the SCVs for blocking Marines? No, they're just there to make the Marines look good. They're models, they pose. Yes, they're there to block the freaking Marines. Come on, bro. It's just dizzy level trolls. Is that a serious question or are you trolling? Do we have any mods in the chat? Who's willing to ban this guy? Your automatic mod. What's up, Crockington? Oh, they're all Zerg. That explains the lanes. My mistake here was talking to Jehudi was the first one, but my other mistake was I should have filled up my gas so I could get factories. Oh. They built so many sunks, so we're in a good position because they built so many sunks. Means they basically killed their own drones by transforming them into something. And before that, they killed their own drones by turning them into wings. So they're not in good shape at all. Oh, thanks, Crockington. You're a true friend, you know that? Budsy always said good things about you. I know one. Oh, I need starport. Need it now. Look at this. Some cross cute. Is that cross or Dizzy? Oh, Dizzy. Dizzy is cute. Okay, let's add that second factory. It's really unfortunate that you can't do these builds like in the situations where they are meant to be played. Well, that's just how it is. I'm wondering if instead of the second factory, we should get a second starport. See how we do for dropships this time. So I'm going to move out. I'm going to put some bunkers in case we get counterattacked.
Your forces are under attack. Add-on complete. Add-on complete. Units. Your forces are under attack.
Go ahead, Judy. Ask your question. And then we can have a poll and vote if you should be banned or not based on your question. That's the rule. Okay, well, that's one vote against you. I mean, there's so few of you, we don't even have to do a poll. We can just do it manual. Oh, you know who's late for the stream? It's Jehudi. It's definitely late for the stream. Or is he trolling? You just never know with this guy. You just never know. Yeah, time him out. Time him out. Oh boy. Good grief. Who thinks Jehudi's trolling? What time is your mech transition, Jehudi? What time is your mech transition? Or do you not mech transition because machine shops offend you? And you're like, no, 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 can't have that. I don't know what's happening. I think Cross and Dizzy are done. Just make this pub and go. Is it time to suffer the pub games? 3 barracks a factory. What does it mean though? So you just like, I have 3 barracks, now I build a factory? Well, if you go back and watch the earlier part of the stream, which is why I think you're trolling, I give you 5 racks with a mech transition at 7 minutes. And then I just did a tutorial here where we go for if we're stuck in our base and we're playing 3 racks, where we transition and build our factory at 4 minutes. Well, don't be late then. Miss these important facts. Get it? Facts? Important factories? Facts? Oh man. I have to just join one here. You can only get 4 people. So if Cross and Dizzy aren't here, then you know the game doesn't fill up. It's a 4-person game. SCV Rush tutorial? No, that's the forbidden build. Can't go there. It's off limits. Oh no, Judy. You know what, Judy? It would be good. It'd be a good opportunity to show off some of these builds. What was I playing with that I did in SCV Rush because the games were so bad and then it just worked anyway? I think it was Dizzy. I can't remember. Yes, Jehudi, your machine shop sniping builds. Oh, was it? I don't think so, Dizzy. Justice Bunning hasn't been on a long time. What's more recent than that? Oh, it's probably you and Root Fruit. That's probably it. Oh, really? Okay. I'll trust your memory. Okay. GLHF. 5 lag. It seems okay. Can't be any worse than the lag I've experienced tonight. So these races, and we're in like a true pub game now. Now is when like 5 racks would probably really shine. But because I want to show the other build one more time, I'm going to go for that. So we're going to play 3 racks, and we're going to get the factory at 4 minutes, and we get our starport. As soon as the factory's done, and then our goal will be to sort of to drop this guy up here. We'll see how it goes. You want to know SCV allocation? You have 6 here, you have 1 making a barracks here. Now this is the most special SCV of them all. Keep this in mind. Jehudi, you're about to learn something. You can use shift And then when this guy finished building, so I say build barracks, and then he holds shift and right click the minerals. When he finishes making the barracks, he will go back to mining automatically. Is your mind blown?
Additional supply depots required.
Is it blown, Jehudi? This guy just learned about a move like a week ago. This is mind-blowing stuff. His mind is freaking blown. Yeah, watch this SCV, okay? Well, we'll come back here when the barracks finishes. He's gonna just go back to working on his own. It's gonna look like I'm hacking. Okay, getting close. It's almost time. It's almost time for the magic. Let's not miss it. Oh, oh, oh my God! Whoa! Holy!
Additional supply depots required.
So as you age, as you get older, your hands get tired. You want to do stuff like that. Okay, so let's actually pay attention to the game. We don't have Cross and Dizzy to carry us. Let's see where we can go. I can force this guy to make a song straight. He's already making one because an SCV stared at him for too long. Didn't like that. So these are going to finish. We'll do as much as we can and we'll back off. Okay, back off. Ah, loser. What are you doing? Hey, not me too. Well, this is perfect, right? I said if you get cannoned in, this is the build you want to do. So look, they're going to get cannoned in. And we're going to do a build. Okay, lots of happening. It's almost 4 minutes, so we're building that factory. Jehudi, 4 minutes, we're building a factory. Okay. For those in the back. I can work a little harder for it. Oh, touch up. Okay, so put these guys down, put these guys up, so the units are split. Fire! Focus fire! Nice. Ball it. No, you scout, right? It's a game, a strategy game. You use a strategy based on what's happening in the game, right? Why did we scout? So we could blindly build a bunker in our base. Okay. You say so. Let's do it.
Insufficient Vespine gas.
Oh my gulai.
Insufficient Vespine gas.
Now, this is just personal preference, but I find when you're like clicking and hitting things, if you slap it extra hard, it just feels good. Slap the hell out of that keyboard. Let's try the second start. Oh, you know what? Get it. Oh no, don't do this. I always do this. I don't know why. Okay, let's see what's happening. Okay, it's going to be an easy drop for us. We like it, we like it. So what are we aiming for? We're aiming for 8 minutes. We can drop a bunch of stuff in someone's base. But if someone's open like that, you don't have to wait till 8 minutes. Get tank drop them now. They're open, you know? What are you gonna do? Oh! Careful. Careful now. Okay. Oh, he's moving. 13, that's good enough. We're happy with that. In this case, yep. That was just to kill his mine. Now we actually have a Reaver there. We can get some support. Place down. Oh, actually, we want to keep that since we're under attack. Okay, big find though. Let's just try to make sure we're fine. Okay, so that's great. Our team thanks us for our service, holding up all these units. Okay, so remember, no matter what build we're doing, our goals are the same. We want to reach 4 facts. Oh, sorry, not 4 facts. We want to reach 8 facts by around 12 minutes and start massing up around. Ooh, this is a big mistake, but I think we're going to be fine. Should be re-rolling though faster than that. Oh, now we're in trouble. Probably dead. Yeah, so that's the importance of the wall there. It's also like, because we're just playing blindly, we're not, like we don't need all these drop ships. Try to hold, but I mean, I don't really care about my teammates. They don't seem to care about me. I don't really care what happens here. I can just leave the game. What's up, man? You came at the best time. I'm dead. So this is what it's like to be cross. I see. My team cares not for me. Look at this. It's like, I could help my teammate, or I could do nothing. No, you do want to do this build, but like, just hold your choke. We could have easily held that. We died because like a stupid mistake. So I mean, if you don't like dying because of stupid mistakes, just don't play Terran or don't make mistakes. Up to you. Either is fine. Yeah, you could just not play Terran, Budsy seems to say. Alright. So now, for the last couple of games I'm going to play, we're going to play the same two builds, but we're going to just choose based on situation. What you learned is just rebuild the wall, right? If I just rebuild the wall, rebuild the bunkers, like that's the most important thing with Terran. One past like 5 minutes, I'd say, is just always keep the wall up, especially if your plan is to go drops. Like you saw their first attack was awful, right? And even the second attack was starting to look awful, but then the bunker broke and then a storm came and hit all my Marines, right? So then I was screwed. But if I just kept the wall up, none of that would happen. So you just keep up the wall. Go full Trump. Throw that wall up. Actually, don't go full Trump. He didn't build the wall. He didn't do a good job. Yeah, I know that 1v1 Are You Scared guy. He often beats me, and he's not a very nice person. But Cross often beats him, and Cross is a very nice person. I don't really know the guy, I've just played him. And then I talked to Cross about him because he was BM. Our Cross? Yeah. Yep, Cross. I don't know if he likes the ownership, but okay. Alright, so 8 racks, and 9 depot, then 10 racks, and on the 10 racks, what do we do, Jehudi? What do we do? What are we going to do when we build that next racks? Oh my god. We're gonna shift click back to the minerals. So it goes and mines after all on his own. You know what? I don't know that you can learn Jehudi. I don't know that you're capable. After seeing you do that 1A, 2A, 3A easy mode, I lost a lot of faith in you. But I'm here. I'm investing the time, alright? Investing in you. You just pay attention instead of asking me when mech transitions are when I've already explained it 20 times. Okay, looks like our team's building units, so we're leaning to 5-fact here. We have a decent racial composition to go 5-fact. Okay, they're also building units, presumably. Look, that SCV went back to mine on his own. Why'd you do that, Jehudi? Hey there. A lot of them are making units.
Additional supply units required. Your forces are under attack. Reinforce.
So we want to posture like closer to the end of our ramp, or our choke, I mean, because we'll have more time to react and build bunkers if they go to us, and if they go to our ally, we're closer to counterattack or to go help. And if you don't notice that your units are dying, it doesn't really matter if they're here or they're here. So, yeah, they're all going mass, so let's go mass too. Let's play 5 decks. Remember, when the Akraa finishes is when you want to build 2 depots. Actually, 3 or 1 or 11. And 1. 3. We're moving out, so it's always good to build some bunkers back home in case we get countered. Oh, this guy moved right into us. No one attack from the top angle. This could be good.
Your forces are under attack.
Wants to target base, sure.
Your forces are under attack.
Actually, keep losing. Leave it to your discretion. I'm your trusted mod for a reason. You can make these kind of decisions on your own. Believe you. Believe in me. Yeah, do it. Do it, do it, do it. Okay, we're going to get ready for our factories, right? And usually you want to build them like 4 squares away. 1, 2, 3, 4. So like 2. Oh, who's yelling at me? Is this guy cross or what? Jeez. Doing my best, guy. Trying to build my factories. I missed one. Oh, I meant because he's so good at callouts, like you. I thought you'd instantly understand what I meant. Oh no, our ally's dying. No, let's go help him instead of doing nothing here. I'm just not going to tunnel on one guy. Look around for a new target. Found one. Go there instead. I think he's going to hold though. It's a good hold by him. F. Yourself though. Oh, this depot's in the wrong spot. It's the worst. It's the greatest shame you can have this tank. I think we need to save him. Oh, he wants to. Yeah, you know what? I will do that. Wait, that's not. No, that's not a good idea. Yeah, that's not a good idea.
Insufficient recipe gas.
It's like this gas is nice. I'm not coming in, so I might as well drop.
Base is under attack.
Help him? I don't think I can.
Your forces are under attack. Your forces are under attack. Your forces are under attack. Upgrade complete. Insufficient recipe gas. Your forces are under attack. Your forces are under attack. Your forces are under attack. Complete.
No, I don't know why we're still inside the middle. Well, this loss isn't really our fault. I actually dropped.
Your forces are under attack.
Actually built us a nice little place for all our tanks to.
Your forces are under attack. Your forces are under attack.
Alright. Yeah, so the two worst players in the game were on my team. Figures. Like that game, we should have won. We should have just crushed through, but I guess if we went and examined, we'd just figure out someone didn't have mass. Probably our protons. They got too much join levers. Alright, triple P. Alright, so this is what I was talking about where, well, let's see our races. So in theory, like in Theorycraft world, this is where we would go for the 3 racks dropping build. Because we'd need 3 racks to not die. And then we probably wouldn't be able to push anybody out on the map. So remember I said 5 racks is bad if you can't really do stuff out on the map. But that's theory world. This is real life. We have Dizzy, we have Cross, and we have TB1S, and they have good mass, so. Anything could happen. Yeah, we have till 4 minutes to figure it out. Alright, Jahudi, what are we doing with this SED? What are we gonna do? Shift click the minutes. Yes. So there's 2 main ways to set up your depots. One is to make 4 rows up here, and the other one is to do 2 rows here and 2 rows over here. And usually you'll do the 2 rows here if you have an ally below you. Otherwise, you just make the 4 rows. And I just prefer the 4 rows. You can just always do the 4 rows if you want that. Remember, we're going to hotkey R, choke, and set our rally points. Well, I don't know how you do 3. That sounds weird. Yeah, I'm sure that's fine. So remember, build Marines before depot. I would have delayed my Marines if I built the depot first. I'm going to put my units to the outer choke so I can respond to things happening on the map faster. Okay, so like that is going there, so I can go there too. Oh, now I can go there and help my ally. Okay, and then 5A, 6A, 7A. So, you know, it's like 1A, 2A, 3A. Now we have 5A, 6A, 7As that are always using the same techniques. Oh, that's right, because I re-hotkey my marine. Hotkey to A. You should not keep it on N. Why do this to yourself? Oh, where are you going? Go when your academy finishes, you always want to have two depots built. Because that's just how things work out. Help. He's tanking, and we're jumping on the cats. There's your 5 reps over there. Well, you want me to attack 6 o'clock. You want to get timed out. Hey, what was your question? Oh, but why? Didn't need to. Like, if we had more zealots, they would have just broke it. But we were mostly marines, which are super bad against cannons. But I mean, the tanks got there, and then we busted anyway from his choke. Plus, we can like hit more stuff if we go from the frontal, go from the side end. Like, we're just trying to end the game, really. We're not being tactical, really, anymore. Like, we could have not lost like 30 marines to cannons. But, yeah, who cares at that point? You're learning the wrong things. You're paying attention to the wrong things. So here's where we, there's a good chance we'd want to play 5 racks here because we have Protoss, so we have a really strong composition for just attacking heads on. So the strategy of just make lots of units, smash face, would be very good. Now, ideally, you would go mech here, but we're not. We're gonna do mech on a different day. We're not talking about mech today. Adding his app. That's not how to spam APM, Jehudi. If I wanted to pad it, there's a better way to spam. What'd I do with that SCV, Jehudi? What'd I do? How much are you going to donate to Cross if I lift my CC? How much is it worth to you? Oops, I still told it to go back to the miners to Viper. Okay, so again, we're going to go to the edge of our choke so we can join up with our team. See, our team's already telling us they want to go there, so we can go with them. Start applying a bunch of pressure. And we're not going to A-click, so we want to get our units on top of them. And still. What's happening with this Twitch? What do you mean? Whatever do you mean, sir? That sucks. Okay, he's dead too. So I want to send this SCD here, so it's ready. Yep, that's the power of PPT. Make units and just smash face. We didn't even 5 racks there. I mean, Marines are better in numbers, surely. So I remember, I think if you read like the original guide, I think it tells you 8 is good. Like if you get the book that comes with StarCraft, I think it actually tells you like 8 is good. But the thing is, like, think about the situation, right? I have Protosses, and they're going to attack a Terran. So that Terran has like the same units as me, plus he has to deal with Zealots, right? So it's not going to be a good situation. He has Defender's advantage, so he can have bunkers, he can have, you know, a few more Marines than me, because they're going to pop out of his barracks before my Marines get there, but I mean, we're putting on a lot of pressure. When you have Zealots with you tanking, it's a lot safer to move out. Oh yeah, sure. Alright, so we got 1 or 2 games left to go here. I thank you, Anne. Alright, have a good one, big one. Good night. Like, if you stem, you're faster than Zealots. So, I mean, but there's not kiting like in StarCraft. StarCraft 2. I have seen Brain do it, but I mean, it also plays like on logless games, so it's a little bit different. For the most part, it's like you either have enough Marines to kill Zealots or you don't. So you just take the fight based on that. Or like maybe you're just trapped in a bad place on the map, and so you just trade off as many as you can. You're right, we didn't shift click. What a huge blunder. I feel like I use it a lot, but I don't really use it to send stuff back to the minerals too much. Because usually I try to reuse builders as much as possible. But like one good use of like shift click would be like if I need to send my dropship around the map, right? Say I want to like, I don't know, I know there's cannons like down here, and so I want to like shift click like here to go around there. That's definitely something I use shift click for. Like if I have to give multiple, if I want my army to like travel a certain path. Looks like we're gonna have a repeat of last game. It's not the turn pressure though, right? It's the pressure of all of us. It's mostly the Zealots, but the Marines just make it a lot worse because we add a lot of DPS. So Zealots are kind of OP because they're DPS and they're tanks, and Marines are mostly just DPS. We're not tanks at all. They will fall apart. The first sign of danger, we're dead. But like in an actual, like let's say they were good and you know, they weren't just dying to the first attack like this. What we're actually doing by sharking, we call it sharking around the map like this. What we're actually doing is trying to force a lot of static defense. Because if you're building defense, like, every cannon costs the same as a gateway, right? So he's not getting ahead in terms of, like, you know, where he wants to be, like in terms of production or in terms of tech and things like that. He's building cannons. So if he builds cannons and we don't attack into it, right? Cannons are only good if you attack into them. Because, you know, they're defensive. But you'd rather be building, you know, other stuff. So the whole point is to force the cannons and then just back off. And then you slow down their build. Kind of like, see, I'm not building any bunkers, so it would be a lot better if somebody attacked, you know, had attacked me and forced bunkers out. Because I don't want to build bunkers, but I'd rather build bunkers than be dead. So people seem to understand that concept of Zerg because, you know, they immediately don't get drones when they make sunkens, or they kill their own drones, you know, to make sunkens, if you want to say. But they don't seem to understand that with the other races. It still applies. And that's why when we talk about like racial comp and we're like saying, oh, Protoss comps are really hard, this is the main reason why. Because they force everyone else to play by their game by sharking around the map and forcing all that good defense. Like in these games, I'm not even making turrets, right? That's probably like that's why I'm like, huh? Every game I'm like, I have more money than usual, and it's because I'm not making any turrets. Because we're just in so much in control that I know there's nothing to worry about in terms of drops, in terms of DTs, so I don't have to. Here's another thing you can do. I think people talk about this a lot. You can use your screen hotkeys, put it on your production, and then use your other screen hotkey to where you want to go. And then you can set the rally point by right. You know, I go to the production, then right click, production, right click, production, right click. And I've set my rally points. Well, the problem is when you want to reset them, you have to get used to doing this again. But like that's what pros will do. They'll do a lot faster, a lot more efficient. But you know, in practice, do the best you can. It's a pretty good skill. I'm still here. You know, look, everyone on our team is like 250 plus. Their team is not even 100. So that's why these games are so one-sided. I keep saying like one or two more, but you know the games are so fast that there's always time for like two more steps. Yeah, well, the thing is when you play fastest, like a lot of people are there just to have fun. They don't know a build, they don't really know what they're doing. Like maybe they're even thinking like 15 minutes ahead. They're like, oh, I just want to go Battlecruiser this game. And then, you know, at minute 3, there's Zealots and Marines walking in their base. And they're like, well, this is great. This is going to be a good day. Alright, we're coming up on Judy's favorite part.
Not enough minerals. Additional supply depots required.
So they saw an early pool, but they saw all the
Not enough minerals.
larvae were not being saved. So it means it's not really early lings if you're going to wait for larvae to spawn to build your lings. So that's why they're not worried. This used to be like my go-to build, this here, wall off. The thing it's really weak against is like cannons.
Additional supply depots required. Not enough minerals.
Okay, so again, we're going to go to the end of the choke. Actually, there could be early links, so we actually don't want to be too far out. Okay, but now that our ally's there, we know it's safe, so we can go. And so your job in the early game is just to follow around your Protoss. And make sure you don't get countered and lose all your marines. But look, he's going to tank for you, you're going to DPS for him. But again, he's Protoss, he's OP, so technically he's going to tank and DPS. We pretend we're important. So try to watch our army and, oops, mirror the Zealots' movements. Who goes in, we go in. It's going in. No, watch our army. And he goes out, we go out. Oh, he's going in, he's going out. He's confusing us.
Not enough minerals.
Yeah, frost. I was like, I didn't see anything on the mini map. How did this happen? Oh, it makes sense.
Research complete.
Look at this FCD, look at this. Hello? Hello? Look at this. Can we leave, please? Help.
Insufficient recipe gas. Not enough insufficient recipe gas. Not enough minerals.
Always.
Complete.
That's how we got Olays in the chat.
Complete.
Olay fire. That's the launch base. So again, I'm mirroring the zealots. If he goes, we go. If he says no, we don't. This only works if your allies are good. Otherwise, they're just going to attack if they're going to attack with them and lose everything. Gotta make sure we're up here attacking things that matter. Uh-oh. It is really an emotional game, isn't it? You know, that guy was really mean to Cross, so I understand. Oh no.
Research complete. Nuclear launch detected.
Yes, I like to split the drop ships like that. If you can, they'll drop better.
Research complete. Nuclear launch detected. Nuclear launch detected. Your forces are under attack. Your forces are under attack. Complete. Upgrade complete. Nuclear launch detected. Nuclear launch detected. Complete. Your forces are under attack. Nuclear launch detected.
Oh. Alright, GG's. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. I'm going to call it there. Let's see if, yeah, thanks for hanging out. See if I can cut any of those games out to make the tutorial. I'm going to release a build order on Cross's site. It has all his build orders. And again, yeah, I think there are some ways to fine tune it, like, so, I mean, if someone wants to come up with an optimization, please, by all means. And the other weird thing about the games today is, like, we didn't make a lot of turrets. So a lot of times where it looked like we had a lot of money, we should have made turrets, we should have made a wall, we should have made bunkers, but every game is different, whatever. Alright, let's see if we can do our duty. Is there someone to raid? There usually isn't, but let's have a look. No one plays fastest. Huh? I was like, oh, there's one. It was me. Alright, this guy. One viewer. He's playing fastest. Let's see what the heck this is. Into the depths you go. Oh, the target channel has disabled raids. Alright, well, peace all. Bye.